welcome to another edition of Cyrils Brettspiele.
Very good.
Table Talk edition with Nils and Choson. Today we're going to take a look at a new game called Choson by Moonstar Games. It's for 2 to 4 players. And Nils is going to get right to it and give us the rules lowdown.
Exactly. In Choson, we are playing exactly 8 rounds of the game, indicated by this round cards. In the first round, you deal out 10 cards to each player, and at the end of the round, each player is allowed to have 3 cards in his personal family area. Dealing out 10 cards is very easy. 10 cards to your hand, and then you have the option of exactly 4 things to do. Option 1 is take as much family members from one family. The family is indicated by the number on the cards, in this case family number 5, as much as you want, and play it face down, and everybody is playing that at the same time. Then on your turn, flip it over and put it in your family area. Option 2 is 2 different family members. In this case it's family 1 and family 8. 1 card each from 2 different families. Option 3 is 3 of these event cards. Event cards are indicated by this hourglass. Or the last option is 1 family member from 1 family, whatever you want, and 1 event card. And if you do that, you trigger immediately this symbol under the number. This symbol means a melee attack to kill a family member from your opponent. This is a ranged attack. This symbol means kill another opponent, family member, and this is swap a card. This means you give this card to your opponent and you gain a card of your choice. Each time you play this event, you have the option of using one of these. Once you play down your cards, as I told you, you put it in your personal family member area, and then you can resolve them. If you have the majority of the family, you can resolve this action at the bottom. Some actions gives you a victory point indicated by this, some gives you some protections of this. There are different actions in the game. After you did your job, the next player's turn is, and at the end of the round you discard down to 3 family members, and then going to the next round, which is only dealing out 9 cards, and you are allowed to have 4 cards. The game goes over exactly 8 rounds. In the last round you deal out 3 cards to each player, and you have the ability to hold up to 10 family members in your personal area. At the end of the game, the player with the most victory points wins, and the most victory points you can get from this token. This token you can grab with 3 event cards, or if you have the majority in one family, in this case the majority of family number 5 gives me 5 victory points, and I have the majority of this family number 3 as well, so in total 8 plus maybe other victory points I collected over the course of the game. As you can see, this player has a majority in number 7, 8 and 9, so technically he would win the game. That's all. It's very fast and easy to play, and you can easily play it in 15 minutes.
There you go. You think my German is getting better? I think your English is getting better.
Oh, thanks so much. Really?
Oh, it was good. It was good. So yeah, it's not a lot to this game. Rules are fairly light. Component quality, I think, it's pretty good. I mean, your cardboard is, it's not cheap. It feels pretty.
Yeah, I definitely like it. So also the cards, so you know exactly, we usually sleeve our cards, but the cards are really good. It's not flimsy.
Yeah, they're not paper thin.
Yeah,
your standard. I think it's pretty standard.
Yeah, it's standard, but it's portable. Yeah, you have to have it right now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everybody's thinking, oh, what a crappy stuff.
No, yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's talk about the mechanism in the game. Is it really innovative? Is it really new, the game?
Yeah, I don't usually play games like this, so I don't have too much experience with these card games, but the unique thing about this game, which I think is cool, is when you have the card, you know, you got options here. You've got the, are you going to use the event card, or is you going to use the event ability, or then there's the majority power. So that's the unique thing about this game. Just having that kind of option, that's where the strategy comes from, I think.
Oh, for me, it's like a lot of other card games. So first of all, it's very fast to play. So that's a really good point for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially for a luck-based game. So very fast to play. A little bit flimsy and hard to teach. I figured out all these 8 different majorities. So, and once you're reaching up majority number 6, so then the first player is thinking about, hey, what was the first one, the second one? It doesn't matter. So the first 2 rounds are a little bit rough and rocky to understand that for new players. But as I told you, so it's very fast to play after that, and after the second or third round, there's no problem. But it's nothing really new in the games for me. So it's good old things putting together, but not really outstanding new.
Okay, so if you had any criticisms about the game, what would you say? Any negatives, any things you're not too crazy about?
Yeah, you know, always card games is not my perfect number one. So, but especially in this game, let's say in this family with 9 people, the number 9 indicates also that there are only 9 cards of this family in the game. So let's say you have 8 of these family members out there on the table, and there's a tie, and you have in your last 3 cards exactly the last one on your hand. Then there's almost nothing to stop me to gain this 9 victory points. So dealing out the 3 cards, which is totally random in the last round, in all rounds, is a very high level of luck. And there's no strategy to think about that, hey, did I get that or did my opponent get this card? So there's nothing you can plan.
Well, that's another point. I mean, when you were talking about the event deck and you say, well, yeah, at the start of the game you get 10 cards that you're dealt and you can keep 3, and then, you know, as you go down each successive round you're getting dealt 1 less card and you're able to keep 1 more card. So there was one thing, where is it? This token here, I forget what it's called, Yee's Legacy or something like that. The way you get that is by playing 3 event cards. Well, that's going to be really hard to do in the last maybe 2 or 3 rounds, because you know, the chances that you're going to be dealt 3 event cards is going to be unlikely.
Yeah, but
less likely.
Yeah, but
so
if it's for an example happen, then somebody is stealing you 3, 4, 5 victory points depending on the number of players.
And then it's going to be hard to come back from that.
This is pure luck.
Exactly.
There's no strategy in it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the strategy is, you know, at the beginning of the game you have more options, and then it just gets reduced lower, 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 and then, yeah, like the last maybe round or 2 is going to be a lot more luck-based, a lot less.
So I'm pretty sure that's my biggest concern about the game. And the second one, I figured out it's not a 2-player game. So don't buy it if you want to have it as a 2-player game. This game is definitely not good as a 2-player game. And it's be honest, it's boring with 2 players. So with 4 players, it's a little bit of chaotic in it, and you can't think, oh, is that my... if 3 or 4 people playing the game and then using this melee attack action and killing 2 people, 2 family members in 1 round from your family, so that could be a little bit nasty. But yeah, that's exactly what the spice come into the game.
It's definitely a more interesting game with more players. Yeah, I would not recommend it for 2.
Do you have any concerns about the game? Any critics?
Not really. I mean, it's a good game. I do like it for a light filler game. It's not a bad game.
You told me something about the rulebook?
Oh yeah.
Did I remember that correctly or not?
Okay, here we go. No, just kidding. The biggest problem I had with this game, not with the game itself, it was with the rulebook. Now, to be fair, I believe this, the people who created this, I guess it's French, is the main language?
It is, yes, it is definitely. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Moonster is a French company.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I can't read French. I read the English version.
Yeah. You should learn a second language, as I told you always.
But the English rules for this game are terrible. Like, I just want to... I don't even like that rule book. how I had to find out how to play this game, after reading it, I had so many questions. I had to go on Board Game Geek and I found a couple of people who knew how to play it, and they basically filled me in on how to play it.
Always a good resource.
I can't say that about the English rules, or the French rules, because I can't read French, but the English ones are definitely terrible. I did not like them at all. The other thing that I didn't like about the game was these. I had to make these and print these up myself. This is just a quick reference sheet about the majority powers. Because I felt that this would have been...
We need that. I don't need that. So I'm fine with all the symbols, yes. Yes,
I mean,
by heart.
Especially when I was teaching other people, you know, people were like, well, what does this mean? What does this mean?
Yeah, teaching, as I told you, is a little bit rocky, but
yeah,
once you start with the game, it's intuitive.
Yeah, I think it would have been better just to have maybe a quick reference sheet. Maybe you could give to other players and say, okay, here's what the majority powers do. It would have helped. It would have helped.
Yeah, agree.
Other than that, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the fun during playing the game, and if you want to play it again. Each time I played with all of the people in the test groups, I would call them. Yeah, our test groups, our Friday night test group. And I asked, hey, want to play it again, a second try or a third try? And everybody said, can we try another one, or let's take a different game. So, I mean, with 4 players, for me, it's okay, but yeah, we never found people who wanted to play it 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row. Did you found some?
Yeah, it was pretty much the same experience with me, and to me, I honestly don't think that comes from the game itself. I mean, the game is good for a light filler game. I like that there's a little bit more strategy than something like maybe Love Letter. I'm not bashing Love Letter, I think it's a great game, but...
Oh, it's a really great one.
Compared to, compare this to Love Letter, there's more strategy in this, I think. If you like that, it's still a light game. The only thing is, I think the reason why people have that kind of response where they don't want to play it again, honestly, I think it's because of the theme.
Really?
I mean, the art is good. I think the artist is great. He did a great job on the characters. Everything looks great, but these characters, I mean, I think they give an impression like, I don't know what the heck this is. Some kind of mutant. I don't know what kind of
monster.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know what kind of theme they're going for, and maybe seems to be what turns people off towards the game. I don't know.
Do you really think so? But you had the same experience that no one wanted to play it again.
Yeah, and I think that's why. I don't think it was the game itself. I think it was maybe just the theme and the look of the game itself.
I just go with the no and said, okay, let's go over to the next game instead of thinking about why.
I don't know. I have no solid answer for that.
Anyway, would you recommend the game or not?
I would say it's okay. If you're looking for a light filler game, maybe you want to check it out. Like I said, if you're not crazy about something like Love Letter, which seems a little bit too simplistic, maybe something like this would be better. I think it's okay. How about you?
For me, it's also just okay, which is not a really good one for a game. And if you would ask me for compare that to Love Letter, you bring out Love Letter, so then I would definitely...
Nothing wrong with it.
I would definitely pick Love Letter. For me, Love Letter is far more better. Yes, far more. Millions, miles away. Yep, definitely. So Love Letter is a really funny, really cool game, really clever. Nothing wrong with the game. And here there's a lot of could be good, but if there's someone yelling for another game, I would say, okay, let's go with another game.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah. That's true. Sorry to be honest, but that's what you want. Okay, that was our table talk about Choson. Is it Choson?
I think it's Choson.
Choson. We both don't speak French, so maybe it's a different pronunciation. But let's say Choson, the new game from Monster. And yeah, that was our new table talk edition with
Choson.
Oh, this time right. And Nils. Okay, definitely see you next time.
Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel.
Oh yeah, good point.
All the time.
So far, bye bye.
Take care.